Hello, everybody. Today's discussion is about self checkouts. Now, I've been to a lot of self checkouts, as you know, they've come a thing of our daily lives now. And I've been to self checkouts at like Fairway, Hy-Vee, Walmart, um, where else? Dollar General. I've been to many different self checkouts, and I hate self checkouts. I despise the self checkouts because, okay, I will tell you the story that happened to me like a few months ago. Okay, the Walmart in our town, um, okay, has mainly just self checkouts, and there's only like one, maybe two cashiers. All the rest of it is self checkouts. Well, then you're standing at the self checkout, checking out your items, and there's just workers standing around looking at their little handheld machines. Well, I was at the self checkout and I had a whole bunch of items, and including 2 cases of water. Well, I scanned those first, and then I scanned the rest of my items and was putting them in the bags. Well, then the Walmart lady, she comes up to me and uh, says that she didn't think I scanned one of my cases of water. And so she looked up on the register machine. And I swear, we stood there for 10 minutes while she was going through every single thing that I had scanned. And she says, "Well, I swear you didn't scan that water." And I said, "Well, that was the first thing that I scanned." So she continued to look through, and she continued to say, "Well, I'm not accusing you of stealing, but I just don't see it on here." I said, "Well, that's the first thing that I scanned." Well, then she finally found the water. It was the first thing I scanned. After standing there for 10 minutes trying to tell her that I wasn't stealing a case of water. Now, isn't that kind of stupid? Now, Walmart is the biggest fraudulent claims people ever. You know, they do this all the time to people. I stood there for 10 minutes trying to argue with the lady, saying that it was on the thing when clearly she didn't see it. And then she finally saw that I did scan it. Well, then she apologized. But then, that doesn't make it right. I mean, you're at these self checkouts, but then, they have all these workers just standing there looking at you. I mean, wouldn't that be embarrassing, to, go to work and just stand there looking at people? I mean, to me, that'd be embarrassing. I would not want to work at Walmart just standing there looking at people as if they're stealing. That would feel like odd to me. I just would not be able to do that. it feels wrong, and it's not moral. It's like, why put the self checkouts there if you're gonna accuse people of stealing? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, they have self checkouts everywhere, and that's a daily part of our life now. It has been for many years because they've had self checkouts for a lot of years. But it's just in recent years, they've started accusing people of stealing from the self checkouts. And I myself, think that Walmart is the biggest crime place, you know. But, all these corporate people, they're up there in these big offices, and, they don't know what happens in the Walmart stores. They're just being told what happens. They're not actually in these stores to witness these workers and how they do their jobs. But, that's just my opinion on self checkouts. I don't like them, I despise them, but, we have to use them. But, that's just a daily part of our lives nowadays. So, that is my story about the self checkout experience. I just think that, you know, people, these corporations, they're taking the easy way out. Um, People aren't wanting to work, so they're thinking of different things to come up with. For example, the self checkouts. People apparently just want to stand around. So, that's my theory about these big corporations. People don't want to work, they just want to stand around. So they came up with the idea of the self checkouts so that people can just stand around. I mean, I myself think that it's a bad idea. I mean, if you're going to accuse people of stealing, why don't you just have regular checkers so that they can do the work? When you're doing the self checkouts, the customers are doing the work, but then we're paying for all the items that we buy, and we're not really getting any benefit from it. So that's my thoughts on the self checkouts. If you have any other thoughts, just shout them out to me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you, everybody. Bye.